Hi friends, my name is Uchi. I'm the Director of Developer Relations at Coil. As you might know, Coil is building a better business model for the web using Interledger and Web Monetization. And in my role as Director of Developer Relations, I help build Coil's community around Web Monetization, Interledger, and also helping to bring more developers to use Coil's products. Prior to joining Coil, I founded Africa Hacks. So Africa Hacks is a community of people across Africa and the world. And at Africa Hacks, we're helping Africans and also youth of African descent to use technology to build companies from their hackathon ideas. And also, I'm part of the On Deck community, and I founded Chi Money, a platform that handles global payouts for communities, events, and programs around the world. So I'm really excited to talk about DevRel today. It's my first time, and I'm new to DevRel. Before Coil, I haven't officially done any DevRel role, apart from just doing DevRel at Africa Hacks informally. So really excited to share my story and also my perspective. So with DevRel, there are so many moving parts, right? But I think there are a couple of pillars that are important to mention. And the first one is education, developer education. We also have the community side of things. And the third aspect is integration and or engineering. So developer education, community, and then engineering side of things. So these three areas, in my opinion, are equally important. So depending on the team, depending on the stage of the product, and depending on the priorities of the DevRel team, the focus might change. But for Coil, the most important aspect of DevRel that we're focusing on is on developer education. And this is because Interledger is fairly new and lots of developers are not familiar with Interledger, web monetization, and also creating different models or ad-free models for the web. So my role at Coil involves really providing opportunities for developers to learn about web monetization, to learn about Interledger, and also to explore new ways of building with Interledger and web monetization, right? So more than just education, community is also important. So I also spend most of my time in the community side of things. So that's empowering ambassadors and also other folks in the community to write about web monetization, Interledger, and things like that. So that area is also something that I feel is important, building a community around web monetization and Interledger. Interesting question because I'm new to DevRel. I've been in DevRel for less than 12 months. I started in April of 2021, and this is December. And for someone new in DevRel, it's hard to measure impact, right? So how do you measure the impact of the work that you're doing as a DevRel person, right? I think metrics like content engagement, participation at events and programs organized by the DevRel team, these are great. These are great areas to start. However, I'm still struggling with measuring impact from end to end. So that is when DevRel does an initiative or activity, how does that initiative impact the bottom line? So revenue and things like that. How does an event organized by DevRel impact revenue? And also, more than just getting developers to sign up for an API at an event, how many developers stay and launch into production on the platform? So these are things that keep me up at night. And I'm definitely very excited to chat with other DevRel folks to see how they've been able to measure impact at their role. There's always someone, a team, or an activity in DevRel that inspires me because there are so many inspiring people in this space. So just hearing about how people got into DevRel is very exciting because most times it's by accident, right? People were already doing DevRel stuff even before they officially became DevRel people, right? But one team that really inspires me is the Auth0 DevRel team, right? So the Auth0 DevRel team have been able to create a stellar ambassador program. with ambassadors from all around the world, right? They've done a good job in making sure that the ambassador program doesn't just focus on like the popular areas of the world. They have ambassadors in many African countries. They have ambassadors in Latin America, and they've been able to provide opportunities for all of these ambassadors to attend events, speak at events, and travel the world just by being part of this Auth0 ambassador program. So every day I'm inspired by the scale, the inclusivity and impact of the work that the Auth0 team is doing for not just Auth0, but also for the ambassadors and providing them opportunities that they would not have had if they were not part of the ambassador program. So kudos to the Auth0 team for the amazing work they are doing with the ambassador program. So with DevRel, it feels like there's just so many moving parts, right? Especially if you're new to DevRel. So imagine someone just coming to the space. They could go to an event, they could sponsor a hackathon, they could speak, they could write some content, they could produce videos. What areas should they focus on, right? So that's like a challenge for, I think, not just new folks, but maybe even folks that have lots of experience in the space. So maybe documenting the process and also bringing some clarity around expectation for newer DevRel folks will be super, super useful. So this is something that Sarah Dresner has done a good job with already. So there was an article of hers that I read that kind of talked about how to measure impact and areas to focus on for DevRel folks. So maybe there's an opportunity for us to write more of this content or even create some form of playbook, especially for those looking to get into DevRel, to get them involved and also to get them to start making an impact from day one. So looking forward to also connecting with anyone that wants to work on this project, because it's something I'm really excited about, and I'm really excited about really getting more folks, especially folks from Africa, to get into DevRel. So looking forward to chatting with you all. Thanks.